But no, magically. Okay, and we're live on one stream. So we're just waiting for the signal to go through to Amazon Live. And hopefully, yes, that's it. We come rushing back to the studio. Okay, and we remove the card. Okay, and we see Marco and myself. And the clock's still got 3 seconds on it. That's brilliant. Hello,
Let me
Marco.
turn my background lights on just a moment.
I'm going to move my iPad stand out of the way. And we've got the iPad stand. And then I'm going to turn my soft light box around because that's showing in the corner. So move it over there. Now we're heading into winter, Marco. How are things over in Portugal?
Well, it's cold, it's rainy, it's boring. it's winter time. I'm
It
not
is. We're heading to,
I'm not a particular, and I have this thing. I don't like extreme weather conditions, like too hot or too cold. I think I was built to live in the range of 20, 25 Celsius.
now you're talking. That would be ideal if we could have that. But if you don't get the bad weather, you don't appreciate the good weather, which is the
That's true
biggest.
as well. Yes, it is.
To everybody who's watching on Amazon Live, to everybody who's watching on Facebook, we'd like to say thank you and welcome to this live broadcast on Amazon. We're going live on my page. Welcome to my page and welcome to Marco's page as well.
Yes. Thank you for tuning in today.
Just want to say thank you to Be Live. It's actually being broadcast from Be Live today. And the other party we need to thank is the party responsible for the fact that we can actually go live on 2 pages at once, side by side, as it were, is OneStream and the team at OneStream. And I was chatting to Visa earlier, and I will get back as soon as I can.
No, I'm in Portugal, Peter. And hello, my friend. How are you?
Brilliant. Okay. Right. So, where do we begin? Is our first question. Who should go first? Should we toss a coin or?
Okay, it's up to you. You're hosting today, so.
Okay, I'm going to go first then, and basically what I want to talk about, I'm going to go full screen, is I want to talk about something that was sent to me by Treblab. Now, the products that I'm going to demonstrate in this section of the show only were sent to me. Now, over 75% of the items that I will show you, I actually bought on Amazon. And in this case, though, just before I get started, the product was, I've got purple as a color. I don't like it. I'm going to change it afterwards, Marco. It doesn't work. The product was provided by Treblab for my use and review. Okay. This is, I'm going to change angles. Let's just go over here. And I'm going to switch to my second camera. Okay. And this is my second camera. This camera is the one that's actually in my Microsoft Surface Book 2. Okay, so it's an internal camera. I don't have the same control as I have with Logitech Brio, which I'm using throughout this broadcast. You'll find it down the carousel, you can check it out. But in this section, I'm going to talk about the HD77. Now, the HD77 is, well, it's a triumph of engineering, really, because inside this unit, which is no bigger than a Coca-Cola can, is housed 25 watts of music or podcast power. The unit has on its top 4 buttons: switch on, volume up, volume down, next track, all multifunction buttons all on the top, and they're actually embossed onto the coating which is around the speaker. The speaker is made of ABS plastic. It's very rugged. You could drop it on the floor and it would bounce, but I'm not about to do it because there's a new piece of kit. Okay, so the first thing we do is we switch it on. and we get a blue light either side to actually show that the unit is operating, and it tells you it's working. If the batteries go down, and you've got a 20-hour battery charge here, if the batteries go down, then you can quite simply switch it off and plug it in. And the charging socket is situated neatly on the bottom of the unit, and I can lift that up and slide it down, and there you can see there's the charging unit. Now this is a Bluetooth wireless portable speaker. However, that also means that it can work with audio in. So there is an audio in socket. If you want to hook it up to any of your audio equipment, you can do so, and you can bypass the Bluetooth. When you press that in, it goes, it's solid. Okay. Now, this is, I had to look this up. This is IPX6 rated, which means that it's showerproof. Now, the whole unit, which means it's great for outdoors as well as indoors, the whole unit has a lanyard which you can affix there, and you can carry it using a lanyard, or there's also a carabiner which you can attach. And if you ever go climbing Mount Everest, you can take this with you, and you have 25 watts of sound from 2 speakers. There's one at the front and there's one at the back. So this is 360-degree sound. Put it down on a table or down on a surface, and everybody in the circle can hear it. So if you go climbing Mount Everest and you want to play Kylie Minogue at full blast, everybody will hear it. Okay. I'd rather play Led Zeppelin in excess or the Rolling Stones. Treblab logo on there. Now, I said that this is waterproof and sweatproof. So rain, not a problem. Sweat, not a problem. I've seen people, because I did my research on this, and I've seen people on YouTube videos actually take this beautifully designed unit and put it in a pail of water and leave it there, and then take it out again. And then when they did, and I think this is classic, they took it out of the water and they forgot, of course, that the water was dripping from the bottom, and they got totally wet through. In fact, they were wetter than the speakers were. So they have proved on my behalf and on your behalf that this is in fact a waterproof unit. Now, you wouldn't take it swimming with you, but in the rain, it's perfectly good. It has 2 12.5 watt speakers, one either side, and also that's where the subwoofer is. And when you're actually playing music, the subwoofer actually vibrates. Both subwoofers vibrate in tune with the music. I think they should actually put lights on the end so that you can have a light show at the same time, just like Jean-Michel Jarre used to do. Very solid unit, very compact. It's been engineered to give the best response on music. Now, they do cut out some of the highs, they do cut out some of the lows, but the result is a rich, rewarding sound, which most rooms, 20 watts will fill a room. This is 25% more than that. This is 25 watts, and it will blast. Okay. If you attach this, you can attach it via Bluetooth to your iPhone, your Android phone, your iPad, your Android tablet, or even to your desktop. Okay. It pairs easily. All your devices will see this as the Treblab HD77, and you just say connect, and it does. And your phone remembers that, the unit remembers that, and when you switch this unit on, it will automatically pair with the nearest powered on unit. So if you're nearest to your phone, it will pair with your phone. If you're nearest to your iPad, it will pair with your iPad. Okay, you can then control it from your iPad. Now, I've actually, because I was experimenting as I do, down in the carousel is a Fire HD8, okay, which has Amazon Music on it. So I paired this with my Fire HD, and all I can say is it works. Okay, so you can use this. You can use your phone. You can use your tablet. Okay, so this is an iPad. I can use this to actually control this. Okay, and when I switch it off, another tune and it turns red. Now, what I would love to do is to actually play some music for you. Led Zeppelin, In Excess, Rolling Stones, but I can't. Because if I did play that music, then we will be taken off air, which is something that we don't want because of copyright. And I believe that copyright should be adhered to. As a software designer, I wouldn't like anybody to rip off my software. Likewise, I don't rip off anybody's music. So we can't actually play this for you, but if you click the link in the carousel and you go to the page, there are videos on the page where you can listen to the sound quality. Far better than if I did it illegally, right? Because the thing is, if I did this on the broadcast on Amazon Live now, the sound would go from the speaker through my microphone, over the internet, over to Amazon Live, out the other end to your speakers, and you would get a representation of what this sounds like, but you wouldn't actually get how good this is. Okay, that's the second reason. Okay, now what I think, Marco, as you said, coming back, and I'm going to hide that camera, and I'm going to come back, and we should be both on screen now. Okay. I'm out of focus, so just let me focus myself.
Keep focus.
This has happened a couple of times now. I've actually gone out of focus during a live broadcast, and I don't quite know the cause of it. I do know the cure for it, which is to reselect my camera, which is what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm reselecting the camera, and hopefully I'll come into focus. Marco, just a thought, because thank you for introducing me to Treblab.
You're welcome.
Do you think that they could actually provide us with royalty-free music we could play?
Well, if you go to Pixabay, you will find lots of royalty-free music that you can play. That's what I do when I'm showcasing my speakers. I go to with my cell phone. I go to Pixabay and I browse for music, and I can use them safely without any preoccupations.
That's a good tip for everybody. Whilst I'm sorting this out, Marco, what would you like to talk about?
Well, I would love to add something about the speakers from Treblab. I don't have mine here. I have the smaller one. I don't know where it is. But the good thing is that you can pair more than one device with your cell phone, one of Treblab device. So it means that, for instance, you can pair two HD77 or two HD7, like the one I have. Stephen has the 77, and you can play kind of stereo while you want to listen to these devices. And also it allows you to plug even though it doesn't play at the same time, it's easier to switch from one device to another when you plug it, because your device, like your cell phone, can connect two at a time, and this could be nice. For instance, I made this the other day to try two different speakers, the Treblab and another one I have here, and this was a nice thing to do. So this is for sure an amazing, and I will go a little bit wider talking about Treblab devices, because I have a couple of them here as well. Okay, like these earbuds, which I think Stephen has one as well. Okay, and also these amazing Bluetooth headphones, which they have sent to me as well. Okay, and they are really and I'm amazed about these headphones, because besides the comfort they have, they are really smooth. The paddings, they are really good. Also, they sound really well. They have 3 different modes of active noise cancellation. You have the kind of completely noise cancellation. We have intermediate setting, which allows you to hear voices from the surroundings, for instance, and then you can turn off the noise cancellation. It has this side of the earphone. It's a touch control. Okay, so if you want to go to the next track, you just slide this side. If you want to go backwards, you slide back. If you want to put the volume up, you need to swipe up. If you want to put the volume down, you just swipe down. Okay, it's amazing. And one of the most amazing features, besides this, all of this, the amazing sound, the amazing noise cancellation. One of the things I like about this is that, for instance, let me pretend that I'm listening to music. Okay, and for instance, someone comes to me and that person wants to talk with me. Okay, or I notice that my phone is ringing. Okay, I can answer calls with the headphones. Okay, and I can talk with people, and they have also an amazing microphone. But the thing is, someone is approaching to me in the street and they want to talk with me. Okay, there's no way that I can run and pretend I didn't saw that person. Okay, so when you remove them from your ears, the music will stop. Once you put them again, the music will start at the same point. It stops. It's kind of, it puts the music in standby. And this for me, it's really nice. Okay, because sometimes we just want to listen to someone or something and we stop and then we put the headphones back and we will start over. We don't need to oh my God, I will lose the point where I was listening or something. For instance, if this is even more interesting when we are listening to podcasts and audiobooks, because we like to follow the right way. And with this, it stops the what you're listening, and then he will turn back to the point where you stopped, which for me, it's really nice.
Brilliant. Yeah, and the Treblab products are well engineered, aren't they? It has.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. I'm still fuzzy. I thought I cured that. Okay, just take a couple of comments in my fuzziness. I can still read them. Peter, when you were talking about it, said, "Are you sure you're not in Scotland, Marco?" Talking about this, about the HD77, which is there. It does look bigger, but it's not. I mean, it is slightly larger than a CAC. I mean, it's not that heavy either. And the other thing is it's rugged. And Marco's just reminded me that it does have an inbuilt microphone.
Yeah.
So you can actually talk through the speaker, and the HD7, same thing. So all good. Okay, right. Looking over on Amazon, I'd just like to say thank you to everybody who's watching us live on both our pages. We're live on Marco's
Well,
page.
It seems that you need my help because I'm seeing a new follower.
Yes, we like new followers.
Okay, let's do this.
Oh, we got the sound. Right. Thank you, Peter. Right, I'm going to take emergency action, Marco. I'm going to refresh my browser and hope that my picture returns. So,
okay.
Where shall we go now?
Well, okay, we can talk about microphones because a little boy told me that you like mine.
I do like the Shure microphone, which is down in my carousel. Over to Marco. I shall be back in a second.
Okay, so the other day, I was doing a live show with an amazing guest, and we were talking about how important the audio, the sound it is when we talk about video, even it could be recorded video or live stream video, how crucial the audio is. And someone in the comments mentioned this thing, which is really important. We don't mind to see a video in a not so good definition like 480, okay, but having an amazing sound and watching a video in 4K and having a not so good sound. I think if we have these two scenarios to choose, we rather you see the video which the image is 480 than 4K and a bad sound. Okay, so for me, this was something that was on my bucket list to have a really, really good microphone. Okay, this is the Shure MV7. It's a dynamic microphone, and which means that it has a smallest range of picking sound. Okay, and you may be thinking this is not a good idea. Why should we want to have a microphone which doesn't pick the sound from far away? Because there are sounds that may happen around to you that you don't want the microphone to pick them. Okay, so every noises, for instance, if the window it's open, which you should not do, but if the window it's open, it won't be picking sounds from the street. It won't be picking when you're hitting the keyboard, when you're clicking the mouse, and these kind of things. And with this microphone, it does this job really well, as you can tell. Okay. Also, and this is something that I like on dynamic microphones, is that you have a really embodied voice sound. Okay, and this for me is good. That people look kind of a strong voice. And usually, for instance, condenser microphones, they have more details in the voice. Yes, in the sound, it's more detailed because condenser microphones, they are more sensitive. But in the opposite side, usually I think they bring too much detail. Okay, so this is my Shure MV7. Also, it has something that I like and that you should consider as well, because usually microphones like this one, this XLR microphones, let me show you the back of the microphone so you can see. I'm gonna put this a little bit up. So this is an XLR connection, this one, okay. And in order to use the microphone with this kind of connection, oh my God, now this looks a little bit crazy. Okay, in order to use this microphone with this kind of connection, you need to use a mixer so he can turn the electric signal, which is the one generated by the microphone, into a digital signal. Okay, you need a mixer. Or in this case, because this is an hybrid microphone, they provide you a USB cable so you can connect this directly to your computer. This is good. Yes, it is, because you don't need to spend, I don't know, maybe $100 or more with a mixer or audio interface. And also, let me share this with you, but it's just between the two of us. Shure has a software called, let me see the name because it's Shure Motive something, which allows you to kind of have the same Shure Plus Motive, which allows you to have the same kind of the same control over the microphone. Okay, you can control, for instance, you can say to the software, look, I'm far or I'm close to the microphone, and it will adjust the microphones so you will be better heard. Also, it has some compression definitions, also some equalizations. You can control also the gain, the monitoring, and these kind of things. And this for me, it's really nice because it's a nice way for you to start with these audio settings. If you come from a only USB connected microphone, the Shure MV7, besides having amazing sound, as you can tell, okay, also has this software called Shure Plus Motive, and also it comes with this 3.5 millimeter plug so you can monitor the sound. I think it's, oh my God, it's here. Okay, you can plug here headphones, and also you have here the USB connection so you can plug a USB cable to your microphone. Also, on this side, okay, I need to turn it this way. This is a touch screen, okay, this is a touch control. When you use this microphone via USB, you can control here the audio gain. Also, you can mute and unmute easily just by hitting a button, this button here. Okay, and this is really a nice microphone, believe me. Besides And also, I have to make this disclaimer, which is I'm a lover of Shure microphones, and also I love how they work hard in the design, because I think this microphone is really well designed and well built. Okay, so if you want to give that step up, go to the next step on the ladder of good audio, this Shure MV7 could be for sure a good step that you may take. Back to you, Steven. Hope you have. Okay.
So we'll know in a minute. I'm back. Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you, Marco. I mean, the Shure is, I mean, I heard when Marco unboxed the microphone, started using it, I was very impressed, and it went straight away onto my Amazon wish list. But at the moment, you're listening to Marco on the Shure, you're also listening to me, and hopefully in a second, I'm on the Audio Technica microphone, which I'm going to put into the carousel first. Okay. When we start broadcasting, we all start off with the internal microphone, then you upgrade. And the first microphone you like to get is in your camera. But after that, you go for an external microphone. And the one that I'm using used to be down in the carousel. It still is. Right. It's the Audio Technica AT2020. Now, I'm going to put Marco. Well, I'm going to make a change. I'm going to put me full screen. Okay. AT2020 is down the carousel at the moment. You've actually been listening to Marco on his Shure microphone, and you're listening to me on the Audio Technica. So you can do a comparison, and that's the best way to do it. The best way to find the right microphone for you is comparison shopping. Okay. Now, on Amazon Live, you are fortunate. On Amazon.com/live, you are fortunate to have hundreds, if not thousands, of live broadcasters, all using different microphones. Okay, now as I say, I'm using the Audio Technica, and I'm going to try. I can't bring it up on screen, but what I can do, okay, is I'm going to try and do this. Now, I've got to say, and Marco will agree to this. I'm just going to switch Marco's video off for a moment. I am quite possibly the world. I'm sorry, Marco. I'm going to hide your camera. I'm quite possibly the world's worst photographer, still photographer. If you send me out with a and do a video outside, not a problem at all. Get me with my mobile phone doing camera shots, and it's total. But you do see to the right of me the Audio Technica AT2020 and how it looks. Now it's actually there. The controls are at the front. There's in the back you can plug in your headphones, wired headphones, and it's actually there. It's on a tripod which is down on the desk, and it's up in the air. At the moment, it's about 3 foot away from me, and it's directed. The blue light, which you can see in the photograph, is directed towards me, so I'm speaking directly into the microphone. And I heard this. Mike Phillips, well-known, respected podcaster and reverend, was broadcasting live on Facebook, and I heard it. I thought, I love that. So I messaged Mike, who's a good friend, and I said, which microphone were you using in the broadcast today? And he said, I was using the Audio Technica AT2020. So I straight away went to Amazon because he'd given me the link, and I bought it. And it's been sat on my desk since, through literally thousands of live broadcasts. And I've not had a single problem with it. It's most reliable. It's plug and play, goes straight into my Microsoft Surface Book 2, or it'll go into a Mac, whatever your choice. It is a USB microphone only, whereas the Shure 7 is USB or XLR. Marco told us about the benefits of doing an XLR microphone as to a USB one. But this is USB, and you're listening to it now. So if you think that the sound quality that you're actually hearing is good, then you can investigate further by going down to the carousel and clicking on the Audio Technica AT2020 and finding out the technical specs of it. All I know is that it's a faithful servant, and my next move up will be to the Shure, for sure. See what I did there? But at the moment, that'll be next year, sometime in 2022. At the moment, I'm more than happy with the Audio-Technica AT 2020. I hope you like the sound of it. So let's bring Marco back on screen. I'm going to hide my beautiful photograph. It's the last time you'll see it.
Say goodbye.
Say goodbye to the photograph. Okay. And what? No, it doesn't want to go. It doesn't want to go.
Oh my God. Let me.
Shazam! It's gone. So my photograph's a legend. I will show you possibly a few more during this broadcast if you stick around. Now, a few things about the broadcast, and I'm going to take that picture off, because something we want to do is, obviously, we're here to help you. Okay. Now, Marco and I are actually telling our stories live on air, and we've got stories about everything in the carousel. And sometimes we go off at a tangent. We have been known to talk about things that are not in the carousel. But if you want to listen to our stories, do press the unmute button, which is in the center of the screen. Marco's got a beautiful graphic, which we'll show on the show next week. Will it be on the show next week? Yep. Yeah. Now the next point is, whilst you're watching us live, what you can do, when it says follow me, it means follow us. If you're watching on Marco's page, follow Marco. If you're watching on my page, follow me. Basically, that means you'll get notified of our next broadcast. There is nothing else that happens. We don't get your email addresses. We can't access it. Okay. Amazon look after it very carefully. And all they will do is tell you when we're actually going to be live next. Okay. Just to finish off this, because I set these up, I want to use them. I mean, it's pointless doing a set of slides if you don't show them to anybody. So forgive me for actually showing my slides. Quiz is on Monday. Myself and Nick Wood will have a movie quiz. If you're into movies, join us at 9 a.m. Eastern on Monday. And the quizzes are supplied by Trivia Plaza. Now, a note about the pictures in both our carousels. First of all, I'm going to hide that now. We own 75% of the items that are down the carousel. So when we actually talk about an item in the carousel, it's because we use it almost daily. Okay. When we talk about microphones, we can show you the microphones. When we talk about cameras, we can talk about cameras because we can't actually show them because we're using them. But
I can show some of mine.
Okay, would you like to show some of your cameras?
Okay, let me do this. Let me do this. So there you go. I have here the creative webcam here, which is listed in the carousel. I have here my DSLR. This is in Europe. I don't know if in UK Canon has the same names for their models. Okay, because from Europe and to United States, they have different names. This is, in United States, this is the Rebel T5i. This camera I'm using, it's the main camera, which is in the bottom of the image. This is my main camera. Also, I have here the C920, the Logitech C920, which is listed in my carousel as well, and has this image, which I think it's also a good image. Okay. And this is the image of this creative, and it's zoomed. Okay. This is the creative webcam right now. Okay. And this one, it's a whole camcorder, which was kind of lost in a drawer here at my house. Because I don't know about you, Steven, but there was a time in the late 90s, even 80s, but I think it was at the early 2000s that we stopped buying camcorders. I don't know about you, but I bought mine, I think it was on early 2000s. And then, because something appeared in my pocket, and with that, I don't need a camcorder because this is my pocket, has an even better camera. So I stopped using camcorder, and this one was in the drawer. And I said to myself, this seems like a song. And So I bought, and I think it's listed. Let me check because I think it's listed in my carousel as well. I bought this video capture card in order to use this camcorder because, again, like these kind of microphones, when you connect with your computer, they have different kind of signals, so you have to use a kind of a decoder in order to use it. It happens the same with camcorders. They have a HDMI signal, and you need to translate this into a USB signal in order to use as a webcam. So I made this, I bought this, and you can check in my carousel this bundle, which is this piece of hardware, the Stream Deck, which is really useful, and a video capture card, which allows you to use a DSLR mirrorless or a camcorder as a webcam. Okay, so this is my setup. I have another one, but I don't know where she is, because last week I made some changes here in my studio. I bought a new desk, which is listed in the carousel as well, which allows me to make my live shows standing or seated. Okay, and with that, no, it's not there. I thought the webcam was there. This is a Papa Look, a really affordable webcam, but I think that those four I've showed you, they're good enough.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, brilliant. Basically, the ability to actually switch angles.
Yeah.
Especially when we're actually demonstrating, the ability to switch angles is very, very useful. I'm just trying to. Just a minute. Technical problems in the studio. I should be on screen at the moment. Okay. Yeah, I mean, the ability to actually switch angles with the camera is, mixes it up, especially when you're demonstrating. You can actually demonstrate to the camera, and your camera, which is on your desk, you can actually demonstrate items on your desk as well. So good to have more than one camera when you do live podcasts.
Yeah.
Okay, now we can do something that is, just a minute. I just want to say hello to Bin Wang, who said hello on my page. Thank you for joining us today. If anybody else wants their name on screen, then please just say hello. Okay.
Now, do you want me to play the? Okay.
Okay. No, right. Now, one of the things I did yesterday, I don't know what you think about this, because this is just a simple thing, is that because when people, we know, when I watched your broadcast Amazing the other day, okay, I was the one clicking the products in the carousel, some of them, because when you were actually on screen with Ryan, I noticed that your product was actually showing, or your live broadcast was showing on 3 product pages at the same time. Yeah, 3 different products at the same time. So that means that this broadcast is now going out not just to the featured product, but it's going out to everything that's, well, possibly everything that's in the carousel, which is absolutely brilliant. But the thing is that when people actually join us on a product page and they actually see the video, no volume on because people are not pressing the unmute button. But we have a USP, Marco, that we're not using. And I've just simply changed my name. And it's on screen now. I've changed my name to Stephen Healy UK. So that when anybody sees it on the page, they will know that if they click the button, they will hear an English accent. Okay. Now I've got to tell you, this is unscientific, but the number of people unmuting seems to be up by 50% since I added the UK in there.
Okay, right. So I need to put Portugal as well. Well, the other day it was on YouTube, South African boy, and he asked me, "Oh, from where it is that funny accent?" So yes, and by the way, let me thank Marlena because she's my new follower. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And let me share this with you, Steven. It's funny because I've seen 2 other creators or influencers, as you want, here on Amazon, using the same sound when they have a new follower or when someone else joins the broadcast in the chat, of course. Thank you, Marlena.
Brilliant. And,
is it let me ask to Marlena, because these names sounds a little bit Latin, I think, but let me ask. Option A, it's Marlena. Option B, it's Marlena. If you want to share with us.
right. Well, yeah, I mean, sometimes it is confusing, and what we don't do is be disrespectful. The next name to appear on the screen, however, is easy to pronounce, because I just want to say hello, Tom. And Tom has commented on my Amazon page for this live broadcast. So thank you very much, Tom. Thank you for joining us. So there you have it. You are now on Amazon Live. Now, we've got to admit, when I show Peter's comment on screen, that is coming from Facebook, because you've got Peter's picture and we've got his name, and it's saying it looks bigger, and he was talking about a speaker in relation to that. When I show this on screen, I physically typed it in. Okay, so that's why there's a big delay. One day, hopefully, Marco, the chat on Amazon Live will actually be integrated into our studios. Perhaps first on OBS, perhaps somebody on OBS could actually do that for us. That would be brilliant.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Oh, so it's Marlena. Well, you're asking, maybe Marlena is asking about this Samsung monitor, and even though I don't own this monitor, but it's like the Shure MV7, it's on Steven's list. This kind of monitor, it's in my list as well. And the thing is about it is that I've been selling this monitor as, okay, I won't say, I'm selling lots of monitors like this one, and I don't see them, people returning them. So this should be a really nice monitor. One of the things I like about this kind of monitors, and as you can see, let me show you. Right now, I'm using two, as you can see. But the thing is, this kind of splits the and brings some limitations, because, for instance, what I need, it's 3 different pages, okay, because I have these 2 browsers, and I want another one to have OBS or voice meter, so I can see how the sound, make some changes in the sound and also in the cameras. Okay, and with 2 monitors, it's harder to do it. So with 3 monitors, you can kind of split the monitor in 3 different parts, and you can put one tab with, for instance, like I'm using this one with the feed of Amazon. This one, it's the Be Live Studio, and in the 3rd part, I can put OBS or voice meter, so I can manage audio and image settings. Okay, so this is why I think these wide monitors, they are so good. Okay, because they are more flexible. Okay, so this is my 2 cents on this. Okay, also Samsung, and even though it's, you can tell these 2 monitors, they are both of them Samsung, and they are really nice. They look really nice. They have a nice image. And besides that, I think at least this one, the biggest one, has more than 10 years. This one should be around 8, 9. Okay. And they still work, and 0 problems so far. Okay. Let me knock in the wood. But the thing is, they are really nice monitors. Samsung, it's one of the best brands when we talk about monitors. So if you want to have a wide monitor, this could be a really nice option for you.
Brilliant. Okay. Down in the my carousel, you see the BenQ monitor, which is in front of me at the moment. I'm busy taking photographs. You don't want to see the photographs, as we established earlier, but there will be a photograph of the monitor very shortly. In fact, Angelica's daughter is visiting this weekend, and she's an ace photographer, so I might ask her to wander around my office taking photographs. That would be good. Now, you and I have the opportunity to do something that's never been done before on Amazon Live.
If you don't mind, Steven, because Marlene asked me video editing needs. So I think it's the same. And I, for instance, when I do video editing, I also need to have more than one tab open at the same time. Okay. And the thing is, for instance, if you need to have a kind of 3 open tabs in the same time, you can split and slice them in the middle of the screens. Like for instance, now I have 2 screens. If you need a third tab open, you have to slice it because there's this between the screens. And with that, I think, and also for instance, I use this. This is a 24 inches monitor. Okay, and for video editing, it's not the best one because I can't see properly the timeline where I need to cut because it's too narrow. Okay, so I think this 49 inches monitor, it's a really good option, and you will get an amazing monitor at home. Okay, back to you, Stephen. Thank you.
Good. I mean, we're here to actually answer your questions, and that was informative. Because
yeah, I don't know about you, still. Just to finish, for instance, I usually use DaVinci Resolve for video editing, and when you need to have that kind of like a surgeon editing skill that you need to go deep in the timeline, if your monitor it's not wide enough, you will be struggling a lot to find the right place where you need to cut or something, or to put, for instance, another piece, an overlay or something. And if you have a narrow a wide monitor, this won't be a problem for you. And believe me, I hope at the beginning of 2022 to have a new monitor in my desk. Back to you.
Brilliant. Okay, right. Okay, now we have the opportunity to do something. We can do both demonstrate the same product at the same time, because we both have.
Yes, we do.
We do. There you go. So this is a first. We know this is a first. These are, you're seeing, and I'm going to go like this. You're seeing Treblab X3 Pro, and I'm going to switch Marco's name off and my name off so you can actually see a bit more, and we'll appear side by side. I'm going to take that off. Just a minute. Let's just do not adjust your set. I'm trying to make changes, and yeah, save it. I'm going to take that off as well. Okay, so Treblab X3 Pro. We're going to do it as a duet, but dueling banjos. Okay, do you remember the scene of the dueling banjos where you've got 2 banjos, one starts the tune, the other one carries it on, and so on and so on. They swap backwards and forwards. Okay, this is the case that the XR3 Pro comes in. It's got the charger on the back, which takes a USB-A to USB-C cable for power. You can charge the case. You can charge it in 4 hours. You get a 40-hour charge on the case. Now, the earbuds sit in the case, and mine are red at the moment, which means they're charging. But when you take them out, fully charged, each earbud has got a 9-hour charge on it. So in other words, you can recharge these earbuds 4 times in the case before you need to recharge it. So recharge the case at the weekend, and then Monday through Thursday, you can just take your earbuds out and they will work. Okay. And the thing I like about these, because Mark and I have probably had quite a few earbuds in our time. And the thing about earbuds, I used to have, just before we show the X3, I used to have earbuds like this. Okay. And they're small and they go inside your ear and they fall out. The design of the XR3 Pro is such that the tail actually goes behind your ear. It's very soft plastic, it's very pliable, and I can quite simply wear these for 3 hours at a time and I just forget I'm wearing them. They are so comfortable to wear. That's one of the first things. Marco, over to you.
What do I like about them? They have a passive noise cancellation. Good, because once you put them in your ears, the noise from the surroundings will be reduced significantly. Also, and this is something that I saw yesterday, someone saying this about these physical buttons, because and this is really tiny, okay, as you can see, even for instance, in the headphones, you have a bigger touch surface, but when it's like this, it's not that big, okay. And with this, you have here the button to control the volume and also to go back and forward with the tracks. Okay, here you can get income calls or put standby and play. Okay, and one good thing about this, the other day for the first time, I went to work out with them, and even though I was running, they didn't move. Okay, and when I talk moving, I'm a 6'2" tall guy and also more than 200 pounds. Okay, so when I move, it's quite of a movement. Okay, and they didn't move for my ears, which is something that I think when we buy this kind of earbuds, one of the things we have in mind is using them to work out. And so with this, besides they have amazing sound, and I think this is when we talk about these kind of devices, the quality of the sound, it's the main thing. Okay,
It is.
Besides that, it's really easy to control, to reduce the volume, to up the volume, and also to pause and these kind of things. They don't move from your ears. Okay, they are really stable. Let me show you how they look. As you can see, I think they look pretty well. I think I'm even beauty. But the thing is, they are here and they are easy. The way they are built, it's really easy to use the different features. Okay, so this is a really nice option if you want to have earbuds to work out, to run, and these kind of things without being all the time putting them in your ear and they are not popping.
The thing is that as soon as you put them on and switch them on, the earphones themselves will pair. So you've got the stereo between the two. It feels like the orchestra is playing behind you and you're actually surrounded, you're actually listening to the orchestra if you're into classical. And Marco said the controls are easy to use, and basically the earbuds do not move. Okay. The other thing is that if somebody phones you, one click and you can answer the call, inbuilt microphone, and also in addition to that, and you can you voice dial, Marco? I think, I'm not sure.
We can use this voice assistant like Google, Siri. I'm not saying Alexa because she's okay. She turned on. Look.
No, we've got to be very.
So, but yes, we can use that. But I think we can only get income calls. I don't think we can do this. So far as I know, I didn't try. And also they are waterproof. So let's pretend you go run and you start sweating, and also some drops. It doesn't mean that you can go do scuba diving with them. Okay, but yes, they are waterproof as well.
Well, I mean, all Treblab equipment is actually built for the outdoors. Okay, it is more than usual indoors, but as Marco said, he went to the gym, went out for a walk. I go out for a walk. These headphones are light. Okay, you forget you're wearing them. Some headphones, when you put them on, some earbuds, when you put them on, start to hurt after a while. Your inner ear, your ear starts to hurt. You feel the pressure behind your ears. Having worn these for 3 hours at a time, I forgot I was wearing them. They are quite simply ergonomically well designed, and they do not hurt. It doesn't hurt to wear them. Some earbuds do. Treblabs don't. do have a large development department, and they have arranged, if you click the link in either of our carousels, it will take you to the page. You'll see the range of Treblab products. You heard about the speaker HD77 and HD7 earlier. These are the Treblab X3 Pro, and the greatest testament to equipment is that Marco and I are actually using these every day.
Indeed.
So, well, this is a world first. Now, the thing about the two reasons for doing this. One, you can actually watch how easy they are to put on for both of us. And the second thing is that when you're actually demonstrating, as we are today, you actually doing it live, and you get, I'm going to say, a spiel. Okay, you get a sales spiel, a patter, a story, but it's your story. And it's good for me today to actually sit here and listen to Marco's story, because undoubtedly Marco's story will find the way into my story. So when I go live next time, I'll remember something Marco said, and I'll fit it into what I'm talking about. Yeah. So these are the Treblab X3 Pro. They're easy to do. Now they pair effortlessly with iPhone, Android phone, iPhone, iPad, Android, or even your desktop, whichever way you want to do it. And it is easy. It just shows up as an X3 Pro, left and right. If you pair with one of them, you're actually pairing with both of them, because they pair automatically between them. It shows up as X3 Pro in the list of available Bluetooth devices. Just click it, connect it. And as with the speaker, the earbuds, once switched on, one button, will actually pair with the nearest of your devices. Okay. And the other thing is, this is found out from actually, I use these in cooking, not to cook, but I was cooking. I went downstairs, I went into the kitchen. Now the kitchen is an extension, okay? So it was built onto the back of the house. So there are stone walls as a barricade to anything. And I cannot get Wi-Fi in the kitchen. No matter what I try, the signal cuts out. What I can do is I can get Bluetooth in the kitchen, and these earbuds did not cut out at all whilst I was walking about and cooking a roast chicken dinner on Monday night. They were perfect. Right, so you can use them indoors and outdoors. They're waterproof and sweatproof, and Marco and I, at some point in each day, we'll be listening. I'll be listening to Def Leppard. Marco, what will you
Well, I even, for instance, I even listen to podcasts and audiobooks with Audible, of course, and
Of course.
they work really well. Yes.
Right, brilliant. Now, down in the carousel, we've both got a lot of items. We do try and talk about most of them during the live broadcast, but it is possible that we'll miss a few out. So please do surf along, ask questions about anything that's in the carousel. If you want more technical information, because all you're getting in the carousel is a picture, then please do click the link and it will take you to the product page. You'll still be able to watch us, because we'll be featured on the product page. And that's it, X3 Pro. First ever dual demonstration of one product. I was impressed. Were you impressed? For each other. I mean, basically, that's the way in which it works, which is good. Okay, so we have covered the Treblab products. We've covered the HD77 speaker. We have covered the X3 Pro, and we've talked about monitors. We've talked about cameras, and where should we go next, do you think? So we covered the Logitech Brio, which is down the carousel. Just to note, Logitech Brio is 26% off if you click the link in the carousel. Okay, you are watching Marco and Stephen live on Amazon Live. My microphone is now down in the carousel, the Audio Technica AT2020. And also down in the carousel is Marco's microphone, which is the Shure. I'm sure it's somewhere. So
yeah, sure.
the MV7 is now down in the carousel. There is something I do want to talk about, which I'll be showing next week, and it's down in the carousel at the moment. And I'm going to take a moment to actually talk about this. Now, as you just heard, we actually get sent equipment by manufacturers for our own use and to review. Okay. I was sent 4 weeks ago from the USA to the UK the mouse that is down in the carousel at the moment. Now we take it for granted. We've got a mouse. This is not the one in the carousel. This is my Microsoft Arc mouse. Beautiful mouse, fits in the palm of your hand, sensitive to fingertip touch, tight control over the mouse on the screen. And to switch it off, you just click it together and it becomes flat. And it's design classic. Now I've got it to go with my Microsoft Surface Book 2. But if you have arthritis or carpal tunnel, controlling a mouse with your fingertips becomes painful because the strain on your hand and on your wrist, Angelica has arthritis. So when the mouse arrived, I gave it to Angelica 4 weeks ago. Not the Microsoft mouse, the carpal tunnel mouse that's down in the carousel. But I want to use this to demonstrate. When we're controlling the mouse, use our fingertips for left and right mouse buttons. Okay. That's the difficult bit because you're actually straining your hand. With the carpal tunnel mouse, your fingertips go over the top. Now this lessens the arc, which means that there is less strain and less pain. Okay. But you have to get used to controlling the mouse with that part of your finger. Okay. Forget that bit. That's the natural bit. This is the bit that controls the mouse. And you need to get used to actually doing it. Now, it's taken Angelica 4 weeks to get used to switching from the normal mouse position to the one for a carpal tunnel mouse. Now, when Angelica's had mice before, that she sent them back within 1 or 2 days. This has been her carpal tunnel mouse has been in use for the last 4 weeks. So I'm going to ask Angelica this weekend. We'll have a short chat on live video, and Angelica will talk about the carpal tunnel mouse, which is down in the carousel. And Angelica's been keeping a diary. Now, I don't think we'll find every word in the diary being read out, but it will be a 4-week journey of going from using a mouse in that way with the tip of your fingers, yeah, to actually using the mouse with that part of your finger. And it's a learned skill. And it takes persistence and patience. And yes, that's all I'm going to say. I'll let Angelica tell the story because I've seen it secondhand. But the carpal tunnel mouse, which if you want to go and look at the page, we'll have more information about it next week. But at the moment, the carpal tunnel mouse down in the carousel is 23% off. Okay, so you can check out the tech specs and you can listen to Angelica talking about it on one of my live shows next week. I'm live Monday, 9 a.m. Eastern, Monday through Thursday. Monday is with Nick. Thursday, as you know, today is with Marco, and it's back to me and Marco. Yeah.
Ta-da!
We take it for granted. We take it for granted. So carpal tunnel mouse will make an appearance on stage next week. I've got to bring Angelica with me because
yes, I think it's better.
She uses the mouse. So the only way I can get the mouse on screen is to have Angelica on screen too.
Absolutely. But the problem is, Steven, if she likes, and then she will want to come to Amazon Live and won't let you because, no, this is just for me.
Well, yeah, I mean, the thing is that if Angelica is happy with it, and she must be after 4 weeks, then it proves, because the thing is, I've seen less expensive carpal mice sold as carpal tunnel friendly. This is the first time I've seen a reasonably priced mouse which is carpal tunnel friendly and arthritis friendly. So conquering a real problem for many computer users. Okay, right. Okay,
Okay, if you don't mind, Stephen, because Marlena asked me about Stream Deck. If you don't mind that I showcase a little bit Stream Deck. Okay, so thank you so much, Marlena, for asking me. So this is, let me see if I can show you. Let me move the camera a little bit around. Okay, let me do this before. So this is the Stream Deck here. Okay, and this has so many things for you. I need to make this statement because when I started live streaming, I don't know about you, Stephen, but I think you heard the same. So many people talking about the Stream Deck, how amazing it is, how wonderful Stream Deck is, and I thought it should not be that awesome because I think people are exaggerating a little bit, but they were not. Stream Deck, it's one of the most amazing things if you need on your desk. If you want to go really in this content creation, video editing, photograph, image editing, because one of the things this device does is you can integrate this with, for instance, Photoshop, Premiere from Adobe. For instance, you can set hotkeys like the Control-C, Control-V, and this kind of keyboards. Also, you can set a key to open a browser or a particular website. For instance, I'm using this in this deck. It's integrated with OBS, so I can change scenes just by hitting one key, as you can see. Okay, let me show you. So there you go. I don't know why. Okay, it's better this one because it's not zoomed. Okay. Another thing is that you can create different kind of folders, different text. Here I have my main menu. Okay, these are main menus. And when I hit one click, for instance, these are the sound effects. Okay. Also, it creates pages because, for instance, you create a deck. Okay, let me change because I think this is better like this. So you create a deck, and in this deck you want to use, for instance, 20 buttons. Okay, but you don't have enough room because you only have 15 key, and for instance, 2 of them, they are to go back or go forward. Okay, so one of the things you can do, it's creating pages. Okay, it's like subfolders where you can slide from one to another without needing to go back and back. Okay, back and forth. So this is really an amazing piece of. Also, if you have another Elgato product like the key lights, the face cam, the wave microphone, you can integrate them here as well. And for instance, you can turn the lights on and off from here. You can increase the volume of the microphone here, or you can increase the brightness of the lights here as well. So this is one of the most amazing pieces of hardware I bought this year. Okay, and the thing is, it will save you time because instead of you need to be looking and going after the right button to click, it's here at the point of your fingers. Okay. Also, it will ease the process because there's you can create macros, for instance, which can create a number of actions by just hitting the same button. Okay, and also, and this is nice as well, it will increase your creativity because one of the things I do, and at some point I had to stop because I was going a little bit crazy, is that you will get creative by thinking, what can I do with this particular feature? What kind of action I can trigger with this button? And this is amazing as well. But just the fact that you will save time. It will ease the process, and also you can integrate so many different actions with just piece of hardware, I think it's a really amazing thing that you should bring to your desk. For instance, in your case, Marlena, for video editing, this could be a really nice thing because it will save you a lot of time. Back to you, Stephen. Thank you.
Brilliant. Okay, I'm back. Hopefully I'm back. Yes, I'm back. I just need to turn it over there. And I was changing things around whilst you were talking. About the fact that Amazon do provide us with information about our broadcasts. And they do tell us, basically, I'm just going to put that on. I'm coming back to me. Okay, they do tell us about the most popular products in our carousel. Now, the most popular product in my carousel, besides my Fitbit, which is, it's on charge at the moment. I'm charging my Fitbit, so I can't talk about my Fitbit, but if you're looking for a present for people or for yourself, then do check out the Fitbit. But one of the most popular items in the carousels that I've been doing is this, which is the Aftershocks headphones. Now, it's not earbuds, these are headphones, and they're from Aftershocks, and they are meant for outdoors. And basically, I use these every single day when I go out for a walk. They are my favorite headphones. Okay, now the thing is that these are bone, and they're down the carousel at the moment. These are bone conducting headphones. Just make sure they're down the carousel. I'll click them. These are bone conducting headphones, which means that there's nothing that goes in your ear canal. Okay, so there's nothing to irritate you at all. These go over your ear. There's a loop around the back to hold them in place so they're not going to fall out. And the sound is conducted through the bones. Now, the resulting quality of sound is very good. As far if you're out and about and running, walking, jogging, or cycling, then these are the earbuds which give you good quality sound. The other thing is that they are waterproof and sweatproof. So if you get a rain shower whilst you're out jogging, then they will still carry on playing. The other thing, as we mentioned earlier, is that on headphones these days, you can actually receive calls. Okay, it's paired with your phone. And with these headphones as well, you can also voice dial. Okay, using one of our wonderful virtual assistants. Now, rather than me carry on in this vein, what I can actually do is show you one I made earlier. And here, hopefully, if I can click that button, okay, is my description of Aftershocks. Okay, and as I say, these are one of the best selling items in my carousel for the very good reason that they make a beautiful present. They are a style accessory. They are a statement. They come in various colors. If I mentioned they were waterproof, they are still waterproof, and I'm going to tell you more about them. But first, before I do that, I'm going to switch Marco's microphone off and my microphone. And Trex titanium headphones are lightweight and very, very effective because they go over, they're open ear, they go over the ear, and that means that whilst you're wearing them, you can hear what's going on. If you've got somebody to the side of you, behind you, you can actually hear what's going on. You can hear the traffic, you can hear all the noises around you, but you can concentrate on the music or the podcast that you're actually playing. Now, they last 6 hours on a 1.5 hour battery charge. You can make and receive phone calls. They are practical. They're coated, so they are rainproof and sweatproof. I use them daily, and they're just good sound and quite probably the best headphones that I've actually tried, because I've tried many over the years, wired. These are Bluetooth, but wired, unwired, and these are the best that I've actually found because they are so simple, easily rechargeable. They pair on Bluetooth, simple and straightforward. Making phone calls is straightforward. You can voice dial. Receiving calls you can do with one button. So if you're looking for a pair of headphones and you do go out and about and you go walking, jogging, running or cycling, then these are the headphones that you should actually consider, because they are so well crafted and practical and good quality. Thank you for listening. They're still here. Okay, it's back on. These, as I say, make the ideal Christmas present. If you click the link down in the carousel, you'll find a full range of Aftershocks. Our friend Christopher in Belgium has 2 sets of Aftershocks. Well, she does. She's got one on charge and one she's actually wearing. So that's the way to do it. So she doesn't have to leave them at all. She can just swap between them. So that's the video. Be kind. That was one of the first I ever made. It's available on YouTube, so you want to watch it again. And we're back to us. I love the fact that we can actually do pre-recorded videos and actually play them during the live broadcast, because it helps to take a break.
Yeah, absolutely. And right now I'm using this headset, and this is, I think, is one of the best sellings in my carousels as well. And there's so many good things about this headset. First thing is that it's a Logitech headset, and Logitech, it's, if I went to an island like a castaway, I think the Logitech things, if I have a power bank, this would be something that I want to carry with me, some Logitech gear, because they are really good. Also, the others are really affordable. Okay, you can see or you can listen how they sound. It's okay, it's not the best microphone in the market, but have this in mind. With this headset, with this microphone, I can buy almost 10 of these headsets. So I think this, you can have one idea what I'm talking about. And the thing is, it has a really big cord. I think it's around 8 feet. So you can move around in your office. For instance, if you're doing remote work, you can move around. You can go and take some archives and bring it back to the desk. Okay. The quality of the sound, it's good enough. I think you buy these kind of headsets to work, to watch Zoom calls, to participate in Zoom calls as well. For instance, to watch and participate on online trainings and these kind of things. Okay, if you want to, I don't think these are the best. It's not the best headset, and I wouldn't use a headset for content creation. But if it's just for working, this is a great solution. Okay, it has this clip here. Okay, where you can increase and decrease the volume. Okay, you can put it higher or lower. And also, as you can see, this tiny light, when it's like this stable, it means that your microphone is unmuted. When you hit the button, it will start flashing and it will warn you that you're muted. So let me do this. As you can see, no sound. And now I'm back on track, right?
Yes.
So, so this for me, it's an amazing headset. Okay, I bought this because when I do remote live stream production, I don't need to show in the camera. I don't need to have an amazing audio. So instead of having to connect this microphone, the MV7, it's an amazing microphone, but I don't need to use this when I'm when I'm producing, okay, or using the speakers. I just put this. I use this camera, the C920, okay, and I'm good to work in remote production. Okay, so if you don't want to be, this is not for content creation matters. This is a really nice piece of device for your Zoom calls and these kind of things. And I think it sounds pretty good. Back to you, Stephen.
Back to me. All right. Okay. And basically, what you're watching is a collaboration between Marco and I. Marco and I have been broadcasting together for the last 5 years. I'm in the UK, Marco is in Portugal, and we totally enjoy this. And when we discovered, or Marco discovered Amazon Live and told me about it, then I had to be here. And we're very grateful that you're actually taking time out of your day to listen to us. Now, one of the things that we have to do for ourselves is, I'm going to go to me, is to keep fit. Okay, now keeping fit, you can go to the gym, you can go swimming, you can get a personal instructor, you can go on a course, there are a whole host of things that you can do to keep yourself fit. But the simplest one I found, the simplest way to keep fit is to walk. If you walk, we all walk, if you walk around the house during the course of the day, you will walk 1 mile, 2,000 steps. But if you step out your door every day, even on the cold weather, rainy weather day we're having in the UK at the moment, and you take with you your Fitbit, then the Fitbit will encourage you to walk and stay fit. Basically, you set on the Fitbit, you set a target, the number of miles that you want to walk in a day. Now, the advertising says 10,000 steps, 5 miles a day. That's an advertising slogan. There is no medical reason to do 10,000 steps a day. What you do is you set your own target. And the way to do that is just to go walking normally for a week, work out the average number of steps you do for a day, add 10%, and this is just my way of doing it, and then just make that your target, and you aim for that target every day. So that's you and the machine working together, because the Fitbit will tell you how many miles you walk a day and your heart rate whilst you're walking. You can use it to measure your liquid intake, number of glasses of water you have a day, and you've got to do at least 2 or 3 I try to get each day. This information stored on your Fitbit will be sent to a site called fitbit.com. Okay, now fitbit.com is free to join because you've already bought the Fitbit, so you don't need to pay anything extra. And fitbit.com will tell you how many miles you've walked today, how many miles you walked this week, this month, and this year. Now, I'm in 2 challenges. One with Map My Run, which is to do 1,020 kilometers in 2021. Fingers crossed, I might just make it, but it's going to be touch and go. I've got to get plenty of steps between now and when the contest ends on January 6th. But it's the Fitbit that's changed my way of life. Before, I came to live down in Wiltshire in England 9.5 years ago, and one of the first things that changed was to actually get a Fitbit. Now, over the years, I've had 4 different Fitbits because they keep improving the quality of the Fitbit. This is the HR Inspire 2, which is, sorry, this is the HR Inspire 2, which is down the carousel. So I change them every 2 years. I remember the first one was just a lozenge, and I left that in my jeans pocket. It wasn't on your wrist, it was just a lozenge that you could put in your jeans pocket, and the jeans went for a wash. And they were in the washing machine going round and round and round. Do you know what happened? They came out of the washing machine and the Fitbit did not work. So I wrote to Fitbit and I said, my Fitbit, unfortunately, by accident, I put my Fitbit into the washing machine and it no longer works. What can I do? Can I get an upgrade to a newer model? And by the way, can I get a discount? Because if you don't ask, you don't get. And do you know what they did? And this is why I still use Fitbit. They sent me by return a new Fitbit. Okay, so I'd make the mistake. I'd had the accident, but in a PR exercise worthy of the best, they sent me a new Fitbit. Okay, now this was 7 years ago. I'm not sure, but it's still relevant. This little unit will keep somebody fit in 2022. Now, it could be you, or it could be a family member, or it could be a friend. The best present you can give somebody, because I'll tell you what, they won't be expecting it. There is no way anyone would expect you to buy them a Fitbit for Christmas, but do it anyway. because you will change their life. This is a life-changing device. Once you get into the habit of doing so many steps a day, you're challenging yourself to actually do it. Now, it's not just you on this journey. If you join Fitbit.com, which is free with a Fitbit, then you become part of a community, and it is a very supportive community. You can take part in challenges. There are weekday challenges and weekend challenges. If you take part in a weekend challenge, which is my favorite because I'm not sat in the office, then the idea is he or she who does the most steps actually wins. Okay. Now, as we British would say, it's not the winning that counts, it's the taking part. And my aim is in that ladder over the weekend, who's got the most steps, is to be somewhere in the middle. Yeah. And that's what I managed to achieve with these challenges. But if you go for a walk and you do 6,000 steps, your friends will cheer you. So you do a few thousand more. Okay. So you're egging each other on. You're actually encouraging each other to stay fit. And an investment at the moment down the carousel is the Fitbit Inspire 2, which I got there. It comes in. You can change the straps, by the way. You can have any color strap that you want. Okay. It doesn't have to be black. It's $69.95. $69.95, which is 30% off. If you click the link in the carousel, you'll get 30% off the HC Inspire 2 whilst Marco and I are live. Okay. The price will change once we've been live. Okay. There are discounts to be had whilst you're watching this live show. Click on the carousel. When an item has a discount, we'll tell you what it is. But my bargain of today is 30% off the HR Inspire 2 as a gift for yourself, for a family, or for your friends for 2022. You're helping them to stay fit for the whole year. Right, health message over, and it comes with the provider that it does make me, it helps me stay fit. Okay, and I can prove that. If you saw a photograph of me 8 years ago and a photograph now, I do look a bit older, but I do look slimmer. And we're back.
Hello. I changed my microphone because I don't know if you saw it, this Q9 from Toner, which is an amazing microphone.
Okay, over to you.
Okay, so this is a condenser microphone. This is a different kind of microphone. For instance, one of the things I can do if I increase the gain, for instance, is that I can be far away. Can you hear me?
Yes, still hear you.
Okay, so let me show you how far I am from the microphone. Okay, as you can see, usually I like to say to people that the best way to get a better sound is to stay away from your microphone 3-5 inches. Okay, as you can see, I'm a little bit more than that. I think I'm around 2 feet or something. And I think you can listen to me right. Good. Okay. These condenser microphones, they are really sensitive, so they get more detail, more sounds in the microphone. So with this, you need to be aware of your environment and your surroundings, and also this thing of speaking close to the microphone. It's something that you should have in mind as well, because if you stay away, this will allow other sounds to come to the microphone, and I'm pretty sure that you don't want this. Okay, nope. So speak close to the microphone. Another thing about microphones is the thing about plosives, those which when you speak directly from your microphone and the microphone is unprotected, could be something really annoying for people who are watching. So 2 things you should do in order to avoid that. First, using a windscreen like this one. Okay. And the other thing you should do is turn a little bit around your microphone, like doing a 45-degree angle from the microphone and you. And don't speak directly to the microphone. Okay. As you can see, you are able to listen to me, and you're not... it's different than I was speaking like this. Okay, so if you just turn a little bit around, this could be enough to avoid the plosives like this beep, 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 from coming to the microphone. Okay, besides that, this microphone comes with this shock mount to avoid, oh, I have a fly in the broadcast. So, for instance, when I hit the table like this, and I think you can see that the desk is shaking. There's hopefully there's no sound coming into the microphone. Okay.
I can't hear a thing.
Okay, let me do something because I want to monitor the sound of the microphone as well because I'm curious. Okay, so there you go. I'm hitting the stand, as you can see, and no sound coming to the microphone. Okay, and this is something important as well. Using this check mount, you will be avoiding this. Okay, besides that, just let me turn the monitoring off. Okay, besides that, you have this. Okay, I need to make this. Okay, I will take the microphone out a little bit so you can see. So it has this. Let me see if it's in the frame. Let me go up. There you go. So it has this button where you can increase and decrease the gain. Okay, when we talk about the gain, it's the amount of sound that the microphone is speaking. So it's good to have the gain in the proper position so it will reject the sounds in the surroundings. Okay, like an open window, someone hitting or talking to you, or hitting the keyboard, clicking the mouse. So have this in mind. And also, when you push the plus button, you will, for I think it's around 3-4 seconds, you will mute the microphone. You have here this tiny light. Okay, so let me hit the button. Light on, and I'm back, hopefully. Right?
You're back. Yeah.
Okay.
All good.
So I think this is, and by the way, it's in a deal. Okay. You will get a really nice microphone it comes with this check mount with a boom arm, which is not this one I'm using right now. This is the T20 from Toner as well. And let me share a story about this. I don't know, maybe 1-2 months ago, I bought a boom arm. This one I'm using with my microphone. Okay, okay, both of them, they are mine. Okay, that makes this clear, even though those were sent to me from Toner. Okay, but I bought this from Newer, and let me make this clear. It is an amazing boom arm. It's sturdy, it's strong, and it moves really well. Okay, but the thing is, this one, it's even better because, for instance, when you move it, it is really smooth. How he does it, let me highlight it in the carousel. Okay, it moves really smoothly, and you don't need to hit a big stake in order to move it. Okay, it's really easy, as you can see. And even though it has outside springs, and I'm not talking about the season, I wish, I wish, but the thing is, you don't hear them stretching and making that vroom noise. Okay. And it comes also with a pop filter, which I usually don't use. It comes with a pop filter with a windscreen as well, and a microphone clip. So one of the things I'm surprised about Toner, and I made it. I don't know about you, Stephen, but one of the things you can come to the screen because I'm gonna send you a question. One of the things I do when a brand approaches to me asking if I want to collaborate with them is I go to Amazon, see the products they sell, and also, and this for me is really important, I go see the ratings they have in the reviews to see if they have good reviews and good ratings, because I don't want to recommend to my viewers, to my community, bad products. I think my reputation is really important, and even though it's tempting to have products and get money and these kind of things, I think it's way better to have the trust from our viewers. So I went to toner pages. I saw the products they were willing to send me, and I saw that almost all of them were 5.5, 4.5 stars of 5. And I think, okay, I can trust them. And the fact is, these products, they are really good, and having in mind their price range, they are even better.
The thing that struck me was the ratings that the toner products have, which are all averaging 4.5 stars. The reviews that people have actually put on there, the videos that we can actually watch, which have been people telling the story about the toner as well. I think it's an impressive range of products, and yes, I agree. We've got to check out other people's thoughts about the products we talk about. So you're getting our personal view from actually owning the product or having the product present in the room when we are, and the impressions that we've gained from looking at other people's reviews as well. So we're actually bringing it all together for you into this broadcast, which is every Thursday at 9 a.m. Eastern. And if you want to be reminded when Marco and I are live, click the follow button, which is on my page, or click which is on Marco's page. Either way, it works.
Don't be shy.
Indeed, indeed. Right. Okay. Well, there you are. We've covered quite a few products during the course. Just a reminder, the Fitbit down the carousel is currently today 30% off. And if you go and you look at the Treblab HD77, which is in the carousel at the moment, featured item, this is the HD77. These are products that I use daily and I enjoy using, and they're quality products. So thank you to Treblab for supplying the Treblab. Thank you to Fitbit for actually making the Fitbits. The Fitbit, to be fair to Fitbit, is now owned by Google. Just so you know, So it's so good that Google bought the company. Better than that. Okay. Right.
So I don't know if you noticed, we already hit our time.
I did. I didn't notice. What we try and do is we come live for 90 minutes because we find that we're at our best. We can do 90 minutes, and then we need a break. Now we can't take a break in the middle of a show. That would be remiss of us. So we have a tradition. I'm welcoming you to the broadcast, and Marco, is over to you.
Okay, so thank you so much for tuning in today. It was a real pleasure to have you all, and thank you so much for your questions, because they make this conversation even more insightful and interesting for our viewers and for us as well. Thank you so much. Next week at 9:30. 9. Oh my God. 9 Eastern time. We will be back talking about more gear, about more stories, bring our own life experience to help you choosing the best gear for your content creation journey. Till then, see ya. Bye-bye.
Bye. Take care, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day. Okay. And